Reading is one of the most important things young children can learn to love. Good reading and comprehension skills start early, so it's important to lay the foundations and get children interested in reading from an early age. In a moment, we will discuss some tips for getting children to read, so stay tuned. Welcome to episode 84 of the Teacher Rockstar Podcast, a place where tips and strategies critical to the new teacher are discussed. I'm your host, Steve Hiles, and today's episode we're going to be talking about getting children to read. But before we continue, we have some messages from our sponsor. Would you like to jumpstart your classroom management skills? Well, if you're fresh out of college, a first-year teacher, a student teacher, or maybe you're a teacher returning back to the classroom, the Teacher Rockstar Academy course is for you. Gain the confidence and the skills you'll need to crush it on day one and beyond. So invest in yourself and enroll now at the teacherrockstaracademy.com. That's teacherrockstaracademy.com. I promise you that this will be a most transformational experience. Imagine having access to educational products, instructional videos, top-rated teacher podcasts, and articles worth over $1,000 for just pennies a day. Wouldn't that be awesome? And you know what the best part is? You get a free 7-day trial. So what do you have to lose? Go check it out. Take a look around. Go to myteachermembership.com. That's myteachermembership.com, and I will be adding more products each and every month. You're going to love being part of this teacher membership community. All right, let's dive right in. I'm going to present 4 tips that we can do to foster a love of reading for our children. Now, one thing that we can do is to give options. Okay, for example, not all kids are going to like the same books, obviously. While you may have some that are a necessary part of the curriculum, you should try to introduce your class to a wide variety of books. There is a book out there for every child. You just have to help them find it. Once kids discover a book they love, they're often excited to find even more. Now, the next thing is make it come to life. For many students, reading can seem dull, especially when books are difficult or take them a long time to read. Try to find ways to make a story come to life. Have students draw pictures of what's happening in the story, or make a play about it. Even simply reading aloud in class with different voices for the characters can make it more fun. Another thing we could do is offer rewards. When kids are just starting to read, you may want to offer rewards or incentives to get them to read as much as possible. Stickers and small prizes can be enough of a motivator to get kids to open a few books. Chart their progress and the number of books they've read to encourage them to read just for the sake of reading. The next thing we can do is send reading home. Students should be reading at home as well as at school. The more practice they get each day, the better. You can even send slightly more advanced books home with students to read alongside their parents. For young children, even hearing adults read more advanced material can help improve their vocabulary and comprehension skills. Now, if you want to learn more about this getting children interested in reading, go to teacherscholastic.com/products/authors. There is a professional paper on raising students who want to read by Phyllis S Hunter. An excellent read. I encourage you to do so. I want to share a segment of what she says on the topic, and I'm quoting here. She writes, "What teachers can do practically speaking, the obvious question is, how do we do that? How can teachers help their students develop the motivation to become skilled readers who love to read?" Over the years, a lot of research has been conducted in real classrooms with real kids to try to answer these questions. When you put all of this research together, it points to several concrete things that teachers can do. And I'm going to share some with you. Number 1, match students to just right texts on their reading level that they can read without difficulty. Number 2, provide a wide variety of texts that are interesting and appropriate for students' age ranges and personally relevant to individual students. Number 3, empower students by allowing them to select their own books. Number 4, let students know what to expect. They can get excited about what's coming. Number 5, encourage students to take an interest in monitoring their own reading progress. Number 6, talk all the time about books. Discuss the characters, settings, plots of stories, and the content of nonfiction books. Number 7, support students with immediate, continuous feedback and encouragement. Number 8, use technology to excite students' interest. And number 9, set expectations for success. End quote. Now, my friend, what I would like to know is what are some other ways you've gotten your students interested in reading? Leave your ideas in the comments section below. Shoot me an email and let me know. Well, this brings us to the end of this episode. Hope you found a golden nugget or two from the information presented. Feel free to reach out should you have any questions or comments about this episode. I want to thank you for listening to the Teacher Rockstar Podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hiles. When you get a moment, visit my blog and subscribe to my newsletter for the latest educational research, best practices, and unadvertised free bonuses. Go to stevesclassroomresources.blogspot.com. And don't forget to subscribe to us at the Teacher Rockstar Podcast. And if you'd like to support us, please feel free to share our podcast with others. Post about it on social media. Leave a rating and review. That would be greatly appreciated. Thanks again. We'll see you same time, same place next week. And remember, my friend, you got this.